I'm about to tell you something that's going to completely change how you think about why you feel so tired, bloated, and frustrated with your body after 40. You know how you've been eating 2 eggs and coffee for breakfast because you think it's healthy, or maybe a bar or just a yogurt, and then you're confused why you can't lose weight, why you're exhausted by 2 p.m., or why you're eating everything in sight by the evening? Well, here's why. That breakfast you think is so good for you, it's actually setting you up to feel awful all day long. You're not getting nearly enough protein to support your body after 40. And here's what nobody tells women like us. Our protein needs go up as we age, but most of us are still eating like we're 25. Your body's metabolism slows down when you don't eat enough, and it makes you crave food all day. But here's what's crazy. This is actually the easiest thing to fix. All you have to do is add a little more protein. That's it. Hi, I'm Sara Preston, an integrative health practitioner and a certified menopause and fat loss coach. And today I'm going to break down how to know what to do about eating enough protein, especially at breakfast, because that is generally where women are skimping out on protein the most. So if you are eating too little protein, so you're just eating 2 eggs or some yogurt, you need at least, I say, 100 grams of protein per day. Now, this is going to vary depending on you, your body type, your activity level. The standard is, okay, you only need like 60 grams of protein to survive, for your body to actually manage the functions for survival. But if you want to optimize how you're feeling, how your body is working, if you want weight loss and muscle building, and you want to really support, your energy levels, all these things, you need to get a little bit more protein. And that means starting your day out with 30 to 35 grams of protein. So if you can get 30 to 35 grams per meal, that'll take you over 100 grams of protein. Most women need even more than that, especially if you're strength training and trying to build muscle. So after 40, our body becomes less efficient at using protein, and it starts losing muscle mass too. So instead of, eating less, we need to make sure we're eating enough. And first of all, if you're just drinking coffee in the morning, then, you're going to have that stress hormone's going to spike. That's going to cause your cortisol to spike. So we don't want to do that. We want to make sure that we're really fueling up in the morning. And this is also going to help with blood sugar crashes. So if you're low on protein, then you add the caffeine. You're not going to be as satisfied as you go throughout your day. So let's say you just eat those 2 eggs. You're going to be craving other foods. You're going to find that it's going to catch up with you later in the day, and you're going to have more cravings. And it's also going to cause you to have energy dips and probably irritability, but a lot of that snacking too later in the day. So starting your day with too little of fuel plus a stress spike from that caffeine can sabotage your weight loss. So you might see that you have belly fat that won't go away, fatigue, cravings, mood swings. You're not building muscle. Maybe you have more fat than you do muscle in your body, and that that feels like you have a slower metabolism too. So what can you do? First thing is prioritize 30 to 35 grams of protein at breakfast, and that 2 eggs, that's 12 grams of protein. You need 30 to 35. So you can add egg whites to that. You can pair it with a protein smoothie. You could do eggs with overnight oats that has protein powder in it. You could add some Greek yogurt, cottage cheese. And I have a ton of examples in my free breakfast guide. If you want that, you can send me a DM on Instagram that says breakfast and I'll send it to you. Or you can look in the description here. I can post it in here. And then as you go throughout the day, for lunch and dinner, I always suggest 4 ounces of cooked meat or fish. And 4 ounces is 35 grams of protein of cooked chicken. Okay, so 35 grams. And so that could be, all you need is 4 ounces of cooked meat or fish, and you've hit that, for your meal. So the plate method is another way to think about this. If you have a plate a quarter of that plate should be filled with protein. That's one way to do it if you're not like measuring. So if you've been struggling with belly fat, low energy, cravings that seem to come out of nowhere, after 40, our body is changing. Our protein needs go up. Our hormones have shifted. And what used to work doesn't always work. But the good news is that it's fixable. So when you start your day with enough protein to stabilize your blood sugar, stop that cortisol spike, then you're working with your body and with your metabolism so that you can start feeling like yourself again. It frustrates me that so many women are just told that this struggle is just part of aging, or they need to, eat less and work out more to see results. And that's really just not true. You have more control than you think you do with just this simple little swap. And that is 30 to 35 grams at each meal, 3 to 4 meals a day, and especially starting the day out that way so that we can really support that blood sugar, cortisol, the cravings, staying full, and to make sure that we have the fuel we need, especially if we're going into a workout or after a workout, to make sure that we have enough protein in there to build and maintain that muscle. So if you are looking to take back control of your health after 40 into 50s, hit subscribe here on my YouTube. And I hope you guys have a great day. Give me a comment and let me know if this was helpful.